2, 1. We're live. And I'm trying something new over here with the StreamYard. I have my earbud in. I want to see if it changes. Of course, this is the last night we'll be using StreamYard, but I want to see if I use if that will help me to I don't know, sound better. I've been listening to the replays afterwards, and even with my new mic, I sound far away. Not far away, but the sound quality isn't as good as like Darling sound quality on the replay. I don't know what kind of mic you using, girl, but I'm jealous and I'm envious because you sound so pristine and crystal clear when you're on those replays. And I went and bought a high quality camera that shoots in 4K one of these days. Well, I don't look horrible today. I guess I can let you guys see me for a little bit today. I don't look horrible. So it looks like my camera quality has improved a lot because I noticed on the Bold Lives that I look kind of grayed out or like the lighting wasn't the best. And I had my light on and everything. I don't have my light on today because I generally don't use it. But that's with the light. So it kind of makes it like I feel like it's better than what it was on the Bold Live. And I'm trying to get the sound quality to be like Darling's. I don't know what you're using, girl, but I need that.
Who, me?
Yes, you, honey.
Oh, girl, you. You about to laugh about this? What I am using is, believe it or not, I am not using. Oh, hey, Amaya. I am not using my headset. I actually have like a headset because as a part of my job, I actually have to call people. So I have like a headset with a mic and everything in it. But that is not what I'm using for this. I am actually using a old pair of my cell phone headphones that from my, like 2 cell phones ago that I got with my Samsung 8.
You know, Samsung do be putting out the best headsets.
They do. So I never, even though the new phones now don't have a phone jack, I never got rid of any of those. So I just dug one of these out of my closet and plugged it into my computer because I wasn't really happy with my sound quality from my headset either. When I used it the first time, I was like, maybe I'm thinking too high tech. Let me go low tech. And low tech actually worked really good. So I'm just using a pair of plug-in cell phone headphones.
Well, we'll see what happens on this Spaces. But tonight's Spaces is the last space. So if there are any stragglers over on the Spaces, if you haven't found your way to the StreamYard, or if you have not found your way over to the YouTube channel, where it's a channel and we're there, and that the live happens on the channel as well, the streaming. And what else was I talking about? Oh, the StreamYard. StreamYard's the other one. So if you don't know how to use StreamYard or you're apprehensive, you can always follow the YouTube channel. And on the YouTube channel, you can't really talk the way that we talk here because we don't have seats on the YouTube channel. But you can chat on the YouTube channel, just like you can chat on StreamYard. Maya participates through chat. So she chats and we talk to her and we discuss back and forth, and it works great for her. It works great for us. So just don't be apprehensive if you don't know how to join.
Wait, you're saying that? So hey, Amaya, are you chatting with us from YouTube, hon?
No,
she's in StreamYard.
Or is she in StreamYard? Mm-hmm. Because I was about to say, wait, they can get the YouTube comments over to this one? Oh, okay, yeah, she's in StreamYard. I was about to say that's some advancedness.
But let me tell you what happens when somebody comments over in YouTube. I can put it on the screen. I gotta find myself again.
Hey, Sam.
I don't know why I can't go straight to my
Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Is Ronald in?
Hey, no, Sam. I haven't seen Ronald yet, but I have no doubt that he will turn up.
Oh, yeah. I see Can is in his house.
What's up? Hey, girl.
Yes. Hey. Sis finally got the time right. Usually you be like, hey, you usually get here like we've been on an hour.
I've been working off of CP time and because I have a 5-year-old. So y'all gonna have to work for me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, look,
oh my
you know
goodness.
we're gonna be up here for at least a solid 2 hours. Oh, and did y'all see the tweet from Casey? We will have No Bold Live this week.
Yes, I saw it.
Oh, so he finally tweeted it because last time he
Yes.
did, we had to figure that out.
Yeah,
Oh, nice to him.
well, that's the thing. It was nice of him to say because usually they haven't been announcing right away who the guest was supposed to be on there. So sometimes like it's Wednesday, it's not like till Wednesday until we find out who the guest is on Friday. But I guess he realized, well, let me go ahead and tell these people we on a break because I know they up here thinking I'm about to drag Tan up in here. So they could just get all with him to see about this the surprise that finally broke. So I'm happy that he told us so we would not be searching for him in vain.
Tanner with his fine ass.
Exactly.
I would have to give that a 10 out of 10.
Yes, honey. That's an 11 out of 10 all day, every day.
So look, that's how do you guys see how the YouTube comments? I think I have to take the other stuff down so you can see it.
Well, yeah, I can see it at the bottom. Oh, and hey, Reginald, looks like he has arrived.
Yeah, he said, hey, guys.
Hi, Reginald.
Child, I just had to catch up. Child, if Lee don't stop running, she is running for her life.
Lee is funny. My thing is this: I'm waiting for Steffi at some point to realize she needs to get Lee cornered off somewhere where she can't run away.
It's the fact of what she said. Steffi said, "Do you want me to come to you?" Lee was like, no, you not. You ain't coming over here. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you right at your house.
Oh, hey, wait, is that a comment from Earlene? Oh, hey, Earlene.
Hi, welcome, come on in. Y'all, I just love the way that this works. The way that, I feel like I'm in the command center.
Well, you are. You the one running the show, madam.
Oh wow! So Earlene is absolutely communicating through chat from YouTube.
Yeah,
I love it. I gotta get in my mouth. That's it.
So when people comment on YouTube, I can share their comment on the screen because they're not in.
That's fabulous.
So yes.
So that is great. Just in case people are a little apprehensive. That's right. Steffi needs to confront Lee. Well, that's the thing. Steffi's not crazy, so she knows that Lee is, for lack of better wording, completely out of whack, but she just doesn't understand why. She knows she's grieving, and also, just because I'm a Steffi fan, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Today's episode or yesterday's episode, depending on how the hell we're looking at it, is one of the reasons why I have always loved this the character of Steffi. Here she is grieving and deep in her own pain, and yet she's sitting here thinking, I want to be there for Lee. She's all alone. Jack it's clear from Steffi's comments that her and Jack are like kaput. Like they're deuces. They are done. So she literally is like, Lee is in a position where she is mourning, but she is completely alone in her mourning. And not only do I want her to be included in the memorial, but I want to, lean on her, and I want her to lean on me so that she's not doing this by herself.
Right. Because from our perspective, she's like saying like, Lee's out here getting divorces and cremations left and right. Like she's doing everything by herself, and she's going to be there for her.
Next time she calls Steffi, she might come up. She might bring the ashes to Steffi. We're like, here's his ashes.
Right. I wonder what's gonna happen with this, because one thing about it, Steffi is not. I can't see. Do we think Steffi's gonna actually leave on maternity leave before knowing? Yeah.
I got a feeling she's gonna be stopped at the airport.
I don't think she's gonna see Finn until she comes back from her mat leave.
Yeah. So Lee might bring. Girl, who was the one? Who was the one said the ashes? That was you, Bubbles.
That's Bubbles.
Bubbles been saying that for about a week.
I think that was Can. It was like no.
Can was like she rebuked that.
I rebuked that in the name of So God. Look, that was not going to happen then. Now It could happen now because that could be the justification that Steffi needs in order to leave.
And
Right.
that's
She
why I said she
needs
was
something
gonna
to
come
leave.
up with it.
Right.
Right.
So maybe that's why I was saying maybe Bubbles gets her ashes finally, but then oh no, that wasn't happening then. We had to see Finn first.
Right.
Yeah. And she wasn't really thinking at that time, I need to come up with a way to throw Steffi off. I need to come up with something. But she's probably going to think, once Steffi leaves, I got to figure out a way to get this chick off of me for a minute. And she's going to go out there to the beach and just pick up some dirt and put it in an urn and give it to Steffi and tell her to go spread it so she has more time. Because how much longer is she going to be able to put Steffi off of Finn's remains? Like, she wants more than just this wallet and this ring that she got back from Lieutenant Baker. She wants to run that man's remains through her fingers and let the wind blow it off.
Yeah.
She's trying to get
She wants to know where his final resting place is.
Yeah. And she's entitled to it because she's his wife. So it's like, don't leave me out. Like, I was in a coma. I was, I had amnesia for 2 hours and 3 days, whatever. But I'm here now. I need to be a part of it.
It wasn't even 3 hours. It
2
was
hours.
like an hour.
2 hours and 3 days.
2 hours. Like, come on now. I agree with that.
That's like the pill addiction. It lasted the weekend.
She was addicted to one pill while Hope was out here getting prescriptions. Like, come on, that's not fair.
I will say, I hope that when they do these type of things, they don't do microwave. Was like, could y'all imagine if Finn wakes up and let's say, he can't walk or he can't necessarily feel his legs, and by the time by Wednesday, he's stumbling around the room, we gonna be like, really? We ain't had no therapy, no nothing.
Child, Finn coming back from being brain dead. He's a miracle right now. If he lifted up the Cliff House and on one hand and flew it across the other side of the state, I say it's possible. Finn came back from being brain dead. He can do anything now.
It's the way how Lee pulled up. Lee just pulled up, knocked on the door. Before she even knocked, she looked in the window and she was like, "Oh, hold on, is that Lee?"
Well, she couldn't have to look in the window. They got that big old front door and the big old window.
But didn't Liam say
I'm so tired of that door?
Didn't Liam say he was gonna leave? Like, sir,
he did.
Please.
He said that I'm gonna get it after Steffi called Lee. He said, I'm gonna get out of here, and then Lee happened to show up, I guess, before he could shoot his behind out the door. And I'm like, and then he gonna go and loiter in the kitchen.
If you're a caretaker, you can't just leave your patient like that. You're a caretaker. You got to make sure they all right. Fix them something to eat. They can reach the remote before they. You
gonna get at least some coffee.
Child,
we gonna look at him like,
is Finn sustaining life. She don't have no feeding tubes or nothing. She got that same little plastic thing on Finn nose that was on Steffi nose when she was had amnesia.
I have to say, the show do be tripping me sometimes. Y'all know that meme about the person who called in late to work or who called in sick to work, and they using a pair of headphones up their nose to fake it. Sometimes both be kind of on that level, and you be side eyeing and like, come on, y'all got y'all have enough procedurals and medical dramas on set in CBS's roster. Y'all could have got it set up. Look a little bit better.
Steffi said, "Can we I'm gonna include you in a memorial." Lee said, "Pick up a purse. I got a patient to take care of."
That's what that Sam and Darlene was talking about. She got her things and gathered them up and just was like,
and the kitchen was like,
"That's it. What the heck? You ready to mourn my son? And honey, he is not gone."
It'd be funny if he just happens to wake up when Steffi just happens to go off. And then Lee trying to figure out, now what am I going to do now? She's gone. I can't tell her. So what am I going to do? Keep him a secret till she come back?
Well, see, that's what we're trying to figure out. While Steffi's on maternity leave, what in the hell they going to be doing with Sexy Tanner?
Exactly.
He better be in therapy.
I wanted to comment. Erlene's posted, I know y'all probably saw that, she said Liam stayed, but she didn't mind. And the thing is, it's not that I mind Liam, being supportive. It's just we know where this is going.
Right.
We know that Liam being around in a strictly non-romantic, platonic, supportive way is going to bite Steffi in the ass. Not because she did anything or he did anything, but because at some point something's gonna get caught up on a bad look. People gonna jump to conclusions, and we will be in hell.
I
But it'll
want
be entertaining hell.
to navigate. No, I'm gonna have to double down on that and say no way. She not gonna be here to get the repercussions. It's gonna be Liam and Hope. Cause see, they already setting it up. So
Brooke is
he
doing that
might
herself.
stay behind. He might go with Stephanie, he might not. But I think that if he does, it's going to be short term. And when he comes back, his wife is gonna be a full-blown alcoholic, possibly. And she might have a little dip on the side. Like I said, she could be entertaining Thomas because Thomas has been off script. They both been off script at the same time, and she's dolling herself up for somebody. It ain't for some girlfriends that are imaginary we never heard of before.
They said
But
she
I
had
think
friends.
if
I'm
it
like,
was
what friends
Thomas,
did she
we would
have?
know. If it was Thomas, girl, we would know. We would know. Thomas don't even see Douglas, so I really doubt that Hope is sneaky link, or he hopes sneaky link because he.
Oh no, that's not Hope style.
So,
I will go ahead and say something that I almost never say in regards to the character of Hope. I liked her behind today. I liked her. You know why I liked her? Because for probably maybe only the one time that I could probably count on one hand, she refused to hear her mama's foolishness and walked off from her. She jumped up from the table, told her, "I love you, thank you for your concern, but there's nothing to be worried about." And then she wandered off to the other side of the cabin while Brooke shook her head. Her life would run smoother if she did that more often.
that's
So
what
did
I
I
was
miss?
trying
Was
to tell
this
you
the
guys.
new episode?
No. This was yesterday's episode.
Yes.
So
I
today,
saw
yeah, just to be clear, yeah, today was a rebroadcast. Our neighbors in other countries, I don't believe they got a day ahead. I think they got a repeat because they're trying to keep everybody on out. Because that's what my real thing was. I wanted to know, well, the other people who got the whole episode yesterday, would they get today's real episode? It does not appear so.
No, we got the same thing because I watched it yesterday and I started watching it today, and I was like, you know what? It was good, but I don't really want to watch it again today. And then I went and watched Stephanie Forrester snatch Felicia back from the dead. And then I shared all those videos with y'all because that was some acting those people threw down. Like, you cannot watch that without having some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? You need
Reaction?
No, a whole box of tissues.
Oh, Arlene said Liam might be going short term to get Kelly settled wherever they go. That's exactly what we all hypothesized yesterday because somebody brought up, I can't remember who, that when Steffi went to Paris with Kelly and Phoebe, that's exactly what happened. Liam took a trip to Paris for a while.
Yeah. Took a picture and everything.
Exactly. So we may get the exact same thing all over again.
He may bump his head in the plane again.
Now, remember though, the last time that he did do that, Thomas and Hope was,
connecting,
butted up.
Well, it was all crazy, but that's where Hope was spending
She
her
trying
time
to act like she don't like
that
Thomas.
would be the perfect angst between Hope and Brooke, because Hope still has a soft spot for Thomas because he gave her his kid, so of course she does, and
but as long as her sister, as long as her smother / sister wife does not like Thomas,
not the sister wife,
then she's not going to really be intimate with him on the grounds that we would think. But who's to say? I don't know. Maybe Belle is changing his formula a little bit. Maybe we get something different this summer.
It depends. It really, well, I will say that we're heading in directions that I didn't think the show was capable of going in anymore. Like, if you had asked me 3 months ago if Quarter was actually going to get the shot they deserve, I'd have said, hell no, they didn't F that up and we just out of luck.
Right.
And look at where we are now, poised on them getting a story that's, looking real worthwhile. And yes, Amaya, you're damn right. Thomas needs his own girlfriend and his own life. He too fine for that. They could have left him as Austin in Genoa City for all this if this is all they was going to do with the boy.
Or they
That's
better
what
revive
Sally did. See,
Caroline.
that's why we was robbed of Sally. We already had
Yes.
this woman, and we was robbed.
Now she over there in Genoa City getting her back blowed out by
She's not
Newman.
coming back because they talking. They, you know,
And
they
you
might
know
say,
what?
I
That
got
would have been that would have been his perfect coupling because they did match. They
It
did
was
they
his
did.
perfect couple.
They
It
had
was
Yeah,
him and Sally.
too.
Sally could have been his perfect match. And like I said, that could have been Steffi's good girlfriend slash sister-in-law.
There's a place in my heart where I have been feeling perpetual since we more or less discussed a good chunk of the show yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. With the Spectras, I have always felt that this show has completely screwed me over for decades because I have never ever gotten my Forrester Spectra child out of any of the couples that mixed and matched between those two families. And by damn it, I am sick of it. When Belle met, when they decided to, cast a Sally Spectra Jr., who was Sally's niece, I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna finally right this wrong. Okay, I can get with that. And they
You
and then
want them to bring back Gabby Amaya for Thomas?
yeah, Erica Lovejoy. Yeah, that's Wait, bring back Amber. Bring back his first. Wait, do you mean that girl from south of the border that Thomas married? We had a conversation about her.
That was the man's daughter, right?
Yeah, the one where Phoebe snitched him out and completely ruined the entire thing.
Man,
Come back with a child.
That was Gabby.
Bubble said that the other week.
Yeah, that was Gabby. Erica Lovejoy is Thomas's hold on, aunt. Because ain't that what
that's supposed to been Sheila, isn't that Sheila's daughter
The
with
one who was crazy about Rick?
the doctor? What's his
right
name?
with James and Warwick.
Okay, so she's okay for Thomas. But the other one ain't. The other one is his aunt because the other one is Ridge's sister. But Mary is not. So yeah, bring back Erica Lovejoy. Bring back.
They
can bring back Caroline from the dead.
For that matter, they can bring back Zoe.
They could bring back Caitlin. Thomas has been with some women. Here's the thing.
He's been with some great women.
Brooke used to steal Thomas's girlfriends because before Caitlin, there was another girl that Thomas was interested in. There was Caitlin, and then there was another girl, and Rick stole both of them, and then Caroline was like the third girlfriend that he took from Thomas.
Are you talking about Madison? Was it Madison?
No, Madison is the secretary girl that's everybody's fill-in friend. This chick had another name. I'll have to Google her. But Thomas was dating her. I want to say she was a blonde too. Let me go run over
I
here.
remember.
A blonde? No, I'm not. That's not hitting any bells with me.
It was Tyler Bell's Thomas because that's the Thomas that was also married to Gabby. But him and Rick used to fight over girls all the time. What the hell was that girl's name? I'm gonna find
Rick at now? That's the question.
Y'all keep on. I'm gonna tell y'all this girl's name in just a little bit.
Hell, for all this, they could have let Thomas and Sasha been a thing. I like that.
They were hot too. Yes.
They were hot.
Yes.
I love me some Thomas and Sasha.
All these missed opportunities, and all they have Thomas doing is skulking in the shadows like some damn monk. He should be a man whore.
Now he's all about himself.
That's what Red was. Why can't he follow what his daddy for?
And his grandpa and Eric. Look, if you're a designer or a male who designs for Forrester, you're supposed to be a man whore. I don't make the
work
rules.
with all those pretty and gorgeous women all day. You design for their bodies. Like, why wouldn't you? It's set up for you to be that.
I mean, Lord. I mean, it's aggravating because Young and the Restless finally discovered what sex was again, and they're finally letting their people actually, act like people who are in couples or relationships or who have attractions. And over here on Bold, the only people getting laid is the married ones and whoever messing with Carter. That's it.
I don't think Zende is Red, Jemiah. He's not. He's trying to be buckled down to Paris, and Paris don't want.
At this point, Zende need to move on.
I like Zendaya. I think Paris need to move on, and they need to give Zendaya back his wife Nicole,
She probably
or
don't
have
want
him.
him. She probably the one divorce him.
I'm
She
telling y'all.
probably laid up somewhere with Rick.
I'm
Yeah,
telling y'all, as
exactly. That's what I
Maya,
said.
Rick, and Zende and Nicole broke up because they had cheating between
I'm
those
gonna
two
need you
couples.
to
I will
know
die on that hill.
Rick
Hmm.
got with his baby mama. That's all that was.
I
Exactly.
believe
End
Yep.
of the day.
Exactly.
At the
Exactly.
end of the day, he was done. He was like, you know what? I do have feelings for you. Zende, my nephew ain't treating you right. That's what
Oh
Yep.
you know
Lord,
what
that
Zendaya,
sounds
Zendaya
so
was fine.
tacky.
but
Zendaya didn't want
also
all
you
them
guys,
kids, so he would have been better with Maya.
Maya and Zende have history, so I could see them being the reason why the marriages broke up because they're the outsiders. You know, Zende's the dad to his what Zende, well, not the dad. Zende is not the dad. Maya is not the mom. They are married to the parents. But Maya is the mom because Nicole gave her the baby. So I could see her and Zende, commiserating over how there's a child in their life that bonds them, but it's not their baby and their feelings because he had a conversation with Nicole about the baby and how he wished that it could have been, they could have had a baby together. They had like a whole conversation
I
about that.
still say that's Zende
yeah.
bad because Nicole and him had sex when they wasn't supposed to, but that's another story.
That's another.
Didn't Zende sleep
Wait a
with the
minute,
other
I
sister
thought she
too?
was a virgin when she had that baby.
Girl, she had not. She wasn't no virgin. She just had never had no kids. That was the concern. Was that you ain't never had your own child and you're gonna give up your first baby to your sister?
Right.
So
But
you
she
mean to tell me
wasn't.
she had unprotected sex with Zende?
Yes, she
Yes,
did. And
she
she
did.
was, and the doctor specifically said that she wasn't supposed to have sexual intercourse for XYZ time before the procedure, and they did. Girl, the show disappointed me so hard with that. I was waiting for it to come out that that was really Zende baby. Waiting.
Child,
I'm
baby.
glad it
So you
wasn't
know
Zende.
what? I tell you, they really need to cast those Avocs. They really do.
They do.
Because didn't
And
he
yes,
actually
Amaya,
did he do it with
Rick
the other sister?
definitely deserves a baby of his own. And so if Lizzie is his, that's fine. I was just mad that they set up something so specific because why have a doctor say that you're not supposed to have sex XYZ time before the procedure and then have sex and not do nothing with it? It was just
They
another
dropped
hanging chad that they didn't do nothing with.
Yeah, they
Right,
dropped the ball.
possibly.
What they should have did was went to Paris and found out that was Zende's baby. And now, is he gonna sign the adoption papers? Does that negate everything? Because now the birth father, like y'all made a baby as a couple, y'all are married, so y'all just gonna give your whole baby away? Like, what does Zende feel about that? That could have been a storyline.
Could have been.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the Avance. There was still a whole lot they could have did with all of them, and then they just kind of X them off to Paris. And it's another reason why I still sit up here and say Bo need to get their behind in gear and do a Forrester International and put it on
Yeah,
Paramount. I'll
yeah,
watch it.
yeah. I watch it
Child.
too. I've been begging for that to happen. Like
The
it
father having another
it's
baby.
set up for it. Like every character that's off script, they put them off in Paris. Like that's where all the characters go off to die. But if they bring a whole new outside of these current daytime characters, I think it would blow up. Cause look at all the actors that's over there. Look at all the names, the characters that's over there already. And every
If they
time
can get
something
them.
happens in Steffi's life, she pops up in Paris. So she could do double duty whenever she needs to get away and go to Paris and show what she's doing over there.
That's her refuge. Steffi's Paris, it has been Steffi's refuge for years. That when things
Right.
go sideways with her life, she goes to Paris and she
Oh,
stays there a
Aspen.
while. Maybe
Yeah.
well, no, she kind of stopped going to Aspen after her and Liam stopped being what they used to be. Because
Right.
Aspen has all
Right.
those memories associated with it. And yes,
Right.
Amaya, Rick used to be my boo. I used to be like, he trying to get with his babysitter. What the hell is wrong with this boy? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna let it go. I mean,
Yeah, Rick. They gave Rick Lizzie the same reason why they gave Bridge RJ. Like he needed to have a child to sustain his character. Like that's what he's been trying to have for so long.
Child, RJ came back talking about some mom, dad, y'all should be back together again. I'm just, oh boy, here we
He
go.
was so annoying.
I'm still
He was doing parent trapping before Effie and Thomas was.
Right.
Mhm.
RJ was parent trapping.
He come back from boarding school asking his mom and dad to be back together again.
And then he said he didn't want to go to boarding school. He wanted to stay in LA. And then right after
I
they
don't know
got done with
why.
his usefulness, what did they do? They sent his ass right back to boarding school. Or I don't know. He ought to be in college, but they don't say nothing about him being in college.
But see, but that's the problem is that we have some characters, especially off-screen characters, who they are perpetually in childhood because they've never been aged. They need to take some lessons from General Hospital and especially from Dave. We
Yeah.
got you have so many on-screen children who are full and grown now, and you have younger generations being born who going, if the show lasts, they're gonna be giving them hell in 10 years like they're supposed to. The only child who has not come back to Days is Sydney. Once she's there, then the whole cavalcade of Sammy's children have officially grown up and come back to wreak hell on people's lives like they should. That's what you should be doing on shows.
Star Man and Scorpio. They
Wait,
grew
say
up
that
with
again?
I said just like how they did Robin Scorpio and Starman and the actresses who played them grew up within the show.
Exactly.
Well,
So I mean,
would have been our Cassie if they hadn't killed Cassie off, and that was our hope, but they killed Cassie. So CBS don't give us nothing nice like that. They killed Cassie and then they aged Abby. We don't have they don't really give us legacy actors like that on CBS. Like
yeah, I mean, if I'm really thinking about it, I really want to say that, yeah, if I think about it, she's practically the only yeah, even though she's not playing Cassie anymore, she's playing, her own twin sister. I have to honestly say that, yeah, she is pretty much the only, Cameron Grimes is like the only real time actress who portrayed her character as a child who's still on the same show. I can't think of anybody else who's done that
the only other
on
person
CBS anymore.
No, yeah, Robin.
Robin Scorpio did it.
Well, no, I mean on CBS. Yeah, on GH.
CBS, yes.
But yeah, on CBS, I can't think of anybody else who's on this show who portrayed on even on Young and the Restless, as old a show as it is, who portrayed their character from adolescence or childhood up to adulthood.
I think that was mentioned.
There's a couple people. If you want to talk about from like being teenagers to adults, there are a couple characters. Beth Maitland and Eileen Davidson, their characters, I think, were teenagers. Tracy definitely was in the teen scene because she was singing with Danny and being bullied by Lauren. The
and Lauren too.
Because Lauren grew up on the show, Ricky grew up on the show. We can count Heather Tom because they snatched her up when she was 15 or 16 to be Victoria, and she played that role until she was in her 20s. If they hadn't switched her character, she would have been a long-standing one. But now that she's Katie, she lost that. But she started out when she was young, and she became an adult in her character. Nicholas, yeah, he was in high school when he started, so I don't.
Yeah, they sent him away to boarding school, and 6 months later, he was a teenager.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when your kids are basically born bastards, but you got to legitimize them.
Hey, that's how I go.
Me, be mad at the moment, and people think Victoria is named after Victor. She is not.
No, she's not.
Because she was a bastard and she wasn't Victor's child when Nikki named her. Hello.
No, she was not. Okay. So apparently, now I give a lot of leeway on that because I realize a lot of people who watch Young and the Restless these days, they started watching probably when they were kids because their parents or their grandmother or somebody was watching it. But when we were on when they were on closed production because of COVID, and they were replaying episodes for all the shows. They replayed Victor and Nikki's wedding. Y'all didn't see Victoria sitting in the front row at her parents' wedding?
Honey, I saw it when they the first time when it was an original.
Well, I didn't. I did not see the original, but I certainly remember my mother telling me for sure. She was like, "Oh no, that's not how that girl got her name." Mm-mm.
No, she was named after the what's called Mama, the man that she thought was Victoria's daddy. Was it Eric? Anyway, I had to go back and look, but his mama was named Victoria, and that's why she named Victoria the name that she has. It's just coincidence that Victor was Victor, but yeah, Victoria was named after the lady who was supposed to be her grandma, and then they found out that she was Victor's child. You know, all of Victor's children started out as bastards, except for Nicholas and Adam. Victoria's the bastard. Oh my God, Victoria is the bastard. Y'all, do y'all know the implications? I know we're supposed to be talking about both. We're gonna go back over. But it just hit me that Victoria is Victor's only bastard, and she treats Victor Newman Jr. like he's the
Like
bastard.
he's the bastard.
Holy smokes. Y'all, I've been watching this show since before Victoria was born, and it just hit me that she's the bastard and she's treating everybody else like they don't have a place in the family. Girl, don't make me.
That's what good money do to you. It make you forget where you come from. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Not to mention the fact that, well, she's the firstborn, so she feels like anything that belongs to Victor is hers.
Yes,
For the take.
exactly.
Nick's her little brother,
Bastard
so
or
he
no
don't buck her on that, and he don't want none of that. But that Adam, nah, that's a whole different story. Mm-mm-mm.
Ooh, child, she a whole ass bastard.
I wonder, did they figure out what's going on with Sally? Did they call over to LA to figure out what's going on with Sally? Why she just suddenly showed up?
They don't care about that no more. They already talked about that. She told Adam the truth. Don't nobody in their circle, them people don't even care about Sally enough to ask her how her day is going, much less trying to call back to Los Angeles to find out why she left town the way she did. They don't care about Sally like that.
They got Diana Jenkins in town. They got bigger problems to fry than Sally tying somebody up with a pair of tights.
Right. Now, if Sally was in Nicholas's orbit, that would be something different. They don't really care that much about Adam or who he's with. They don't care. But if it was Nicholas, then it'd be, oh, that Sally woman is trying to go dig the Newman fortune. You know, they'd be all trying to find a way to get rid of her. Well, I'm going to go to LA myself. You know, they'd be talking to Summer. Well, girl, you went out there and talked to people. What did you find out? And she'd be, you know, it would be the whole thing. They would dig into it. But since it's Adam, the least Newman, they don't really care. If she gets Adam out of their way, they're happy to have her there because she distracts them and she keeps Adam from being in their face. So they really ought to be sending her a smoked ham or one of them edible flower baskets is really what they should be doing.
Exactly.
But let me get back to Bold and the Beautiful because I figured something out about that today too. And Erlyn had mentioned something. She's over here now in StreamYard. Erlyn had mentioned something earlier today about Brooke and Hope looking helpless or hapless or whatever the heck she said. I can't remember. But y'all know what? Brooke and Hope lost their husbands, not to their exes, but to their stepdaughters. Because Rich is all about Steffi right now, and Liam is all about, he is in Steffi's face, but his primary concern is about, Kelly. Right. And making sure that Kelly's okay and that Steffi's okay. But honey, they fighting their stepdaughters for their husbands. They not even fighting their exes for their husbands. Because
it's hilarious.
Taylor told Rich, go on and do what you got to do at your house, boy. I'm gonna always love you and I'll fall in the bed with you in a heartbeat, but you married and you trying to get your shit together with your wife, so go do that. You just gonna do that. I'm gonna be over here with my grandkids. But yeah, Brooke cannot fight Steffi for Ridge. Is she crazy?
What she was drinking in that cup?
She probably
What was in
We all
that cup?
thinking that coffee was doctored.
Hope's was. You cannot tell me that Hope is not fixing to have a drinking problem. If they miss this when it's just obvious with people, even outside of our tiny little circle, I just really, there's 6 of us on here right now. At the most, about 25 people have been listening to this show. You can't tell me that we have affected the whole hashtag where there's people outside of this little circle that we've created are talking about Hope is developing a drinking problem. Other people are noticing Hope turning up the wine glass.
I pissed 3
It's
Hope
not
fans.
just us.
I pissed 3 Hope fans off. So
Did she have wine today?
she had
She
something in
had a
that cup.
mug.
She had
She had
something
a
in that
mug.
mug.
Yeah,
She
she
had
had a
something in
mug.
there. She was over there sipping it, and she just kept on. I'm just like, what is in there, man?
She ain't offer nobody no coffee, so
Like Liam, like he lit it over there offering
Oh
Lee
yeah,
I'm
coffee.
Vic is in a
waiting.
I
good
said
mood.
put Amelia with Thomas. No, because then he'll be on babysitting duty all the time.
No, I mean Amelia was trying. Remember when he was trying to charm her? I was like, okay, she filed. She trying to file in that a little bit in Amber's footsteps, sneaking into the family by coming in as the babysitter, and then they just completely dropped it because Amelia was trying to get her and was trying to get Thomas pants for a minute. I was
Because
like,
Amelia
okay,
got eyes.
I had something to say when somebody was trying to talk to Wyatt. Was that I think that was Flo. Was that Flo? She always got something to say about somebody else's business.
she knows it. That's why we ain't seen her in a year.
They need to bring Ivy back.
Thomas can be with Douglas while Amelia's babysitting. But wait, now that's gonna kind of cloud the lines because she getting paid to babysit. She ain't getting paid to date. And if they go on the date, he's still gonna have to pay for the date. But then she's gonna be getting paid while she on the date. So I mean, go for it, girl. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
Exactly. And I'm still sitting up here. I'm waiting for. I know this is probably unlikely, not just because the show isn't that interesting, and also they would not let Hope do this. I want old girl to pull out a flask. I want to find out that Hope had a flask. A lot of them
embroidered on it.
Look, a lot of them bohemian boho chic people carry flasks. Why can't she have one?
But look, I want her to have one of those bracelet flasks that you don't know it's a why is Hope wearing all this damn clunky ass jewelry? Well, that's so that's because that's her flask. Watch her. She gonna be like she checking the time and she go, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on.
It's the fact that Brooke going back to work, but Hope is nowhere to be found at work.
She gonna be checking the time and drinking like this. She go, oh, I Hope has to become an alcoholic. That just period ended.
It's in her DNA.
Lush, at least a lush. Even if not a full blown alcoholic, at least let the girl.
She got a whole wine cellar at her disposal.
It's in her makeup. It's her daddy wine, her mama's wine. Why couldn't she be one? Like it begs for her to be one.
Right. This writes itself. Hope's pill popping and her alcoholism could make her the next Nikki Newman. Because y'all know Nikki started out popping pills at first, and then they decided to make her alcoholic because Jack started popping pills. But now Jack still drinks, but he had a pill problem. But
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need Stephanie to run up in her house and go collect that baby too. Like it's for her safety. I'm gonna need her to go and rescue that baby up out that shack for her safety. You know, she can't be.
Brooke will blow the whole property up first.
She trying to take Douglas out of the property. Here go Brooke. Oh no, you not. That is not your kin. Yes, it is. It's my nephew. He in danger. Let me go.
But look, though, how about Brooke today telling Hope, why don't you just tell Liam to bring Kelly over here for a while?
I was like, even Hope was like, okay, first of all, that's so transparent. And then and this is the thing. On paper, there is nothing wrong with Liam. Nobody in Liam, none of the children that Liam look after are suffering because he's spending more time over at Steffi's place. But the way Brooke was saying, it was like, well, why don't you just have Liam bring Kelly over here, and that way he can be supportive to everybody? And it's like, Brooke, do you hear what you sound like? All your little insecurities about Taylor and the fact that Ridge hasn't come begging to come home yet, you about to sit up here and tell your daughter to do something stupid, and thank goodness she was smart enough not to listen to you.
I'm
Right.
sorry, Lynn. That pissed me off too. Like, you want her to have all these issues. She already has them with, her own side thoughts. Like, you making her have some new issues. Like, she ain't thinking about Liam over there. She trying to just sit and chill out of her house. Enjoy her day off, possibly, whatever. She come in with all this nonsense, this noise. Don't nobody want to hear that, but here she come. They can come over here and play. We got plenty room. We got toys in the back, and Amelia can come and all this other trash she'll bring up. That's typical Brooke.
That's just that's textbook.
But you know
Brooke.
what though, y'all do have to know that all this insecurity raising with Hope is for a reason.
Yeah, for Brooke to, the whole point of this is for Brooke to, at some point, for something to happen where when it happens, Hope flashes back to everything her mama been saying for the last couple of weeks and starts and thinks, oh, she was right. That's the whole point.
Exactly. So whatever she sees, she gonna probably misunderstand because her mama crazy.
Yep. And she know what and also the other thing is a lot of it's projection. Brooke knows what if Brooke was in her 30s again and this was her in this situation, she knows exactly what she would be doing. So
you know what? My thing is, who's gonna be to blame for it if this is what segues her into becoming an alcoholic? Brooke gonna take the blame for it? I hardly think not.
Nope.
She gonna point the blame at Steffi. She's not gonna blame Liam because he's yet to be blamed for anything. So
not by Brooke.
Exactly. It's gonna be her own mama. She's always poisoning her own child and hiding under precaution. I love you, so I'm looking out for you. Yeah.
It's the worst kind of Munchausen syndrome for me. Like, Brooke has some kind of weird Munchausen with Hope where she just has to almost live her life for her. Like, she doesn't trust that Hope knows what she's doing. And Hope told her, Mom, our family is working just fine. Everything is okay. Ain't nobody worried about shit. Liam is not trying to hook up with Steffi. Let it go. And she's like, but I'm just trying to tell you right now that you're headed for trouble if you keep. And when's the last time Liam even been at home? You headed for trouble. You need to head it off.
That's all them demons talking to her that karma.
Wait, hold up. Not to bust y'all.
What happened?
Bold Insider just tweeted, we will not be having Bold Live this week, but we will be back on June 3rd with Tanner.
Yes! Tanner!
Yeah, and you know why that is? Because my prediction might be true. He might wake up next week.
Very good timing.
That'll probably be the cliffhanger.
Well, yeah, because Steffi's gonna be gone.
Yes. And as she leaving, he wakes up. Like, it is writing itself. Come through, Belle. Make me
as her plane goes across LA for the final time for a while. His eyes suddenly open.
Edith Wilson writing this show. I done told y'all somebody else goes like this.
Yeah, since April 1st, it's been everything turned around.
So we in agreement that he gonna wake up next week?
Yes, because I have to, because after what happened with the Monday episode, which was really supposed to be a Friday episode, it is very obvious that Casey's job is to leave us breadcrumbs. So they are structuring the Bold Live schedule around what they know is about to play out on the screen.
And that's what they're doing. Like, that's why I said that whole dropping the bomb on Kimberly's live, that was not by accident. None of this stuff is.
Child, the way how she was dragging back was hilarious. She said, Brooke, I'm not done yet. And Brooke was sitting there looking like, oh no, what's happening? Let's get ready to go down. She get ready to break out of jail. Brooke, you better run.
No.
Yeah, Kimberly's still out on vacation.
Yeah, she's out there enjoying the great nature. fishing, the hiking, the whole 9 yards. It looks
I
like it.
absolutely love Kimberly's Instagram.
Yes, me too. I didn't know she was an avocado grower.
Me neither. I mean, she is all into all kind of old outdoor shit that I wouldn't do, and I find it
Hmm.
very damn interesting.
She don't want to buy herself a boat. I'm
And a
like,
truck,
oh,
a boat and a truck, child. Did you see that big old 14-pound trout she caught?
I are you serious? I said that's the reason why she bought that boat because she want to go fishing.
Yep, yep.
I'm gonna go on in it when we get off of this.
Hmm.
She's pretty influential, you guys. She also spoke at the Republican National Convention in 2016.
Yeah, I heard about
Um,
that.
she's her platform, is small business owner and all of that. But avocados, yes, which is interesting because Roseanne Barr is an avocado farm too.
That's
Hmm.
big business. That's big money. I've been an avocado grower, especially from Mexico. That is like the cartel down there.
Well, the hipsters got to get their avocado toast and guacamole from somewhere.
I say a lot of jokes, but that's for real. Like they got, it's like the mob down there. They like got police and all. It's heavy. It's heavy down there because you think about how many people want and it's heavy into avocado. The usage of it is high in demand.
It
That's in
is. We eat
California.
a lot of avocados in this country.
I know
Yes.
I get mad if I can't get my avocados, and I got some in the freezer right now, which the consistency really ain't the same as when it's fresh. But if I want to keep it for a long time, I have to buy it frozen. But I have ice cream that's made from avocados in my freezer, and it doesn't even taste like avocados. It tastes like chocolate ice cream. It's delicious. No carbs, tastes just like ice cream, but it's made from avocados. Um, yeah, avocado is the new
That
cauliflower.
sounds so West Coast.
Avocados taste better than cauliflower, and I'm willing to make other things with avocado, like pudding. I will do that all day, but y'all can keep them jacked up bastard potatoes made out of cauliflower. I don't want that. That's a lie. That's
Oh
a
I
lie.
no,
enjoyed it.
no.
I got some
I
green
go as far as
giant.
spaghetti made out of zucchini, but after that, it's a bridge too far.
I tried
Now,
a pizza
I
made out of cauliflower. It wasn't that bad.
but it
And I
still
had
tastes
tater
like
tots.
cauliflower. Mm-mm.
I googled avocado ice cream just because I was super curious, and it's non-dairy, so I could see why it would work. Because a lot of people they like ice cream, they just can't have dairy product. So
Right.
I
Yeah,
could see
And it's
why that would
creamy.
sell.
And when it's whipped, it's like real. The consistency is creamy. So,
yeah. You can't even tell the difference. Even when it's made into pudding, like chocolate pudding, you can't tell that it's avocado. Unlike with cauliflower, nothing gets rid of that. Cauliflower tastes like what I imagine ass must taste like. Like
well,
I don't
damn.
because I don't usually dine upon posteriors, but if I had to tell somebody what ass tastes like, I would ask them if they've ever eaten cauliflower because that's what I imagine ass must taste like.
Well,
Oh, you
So
did.
let
You
me
did
mark that
what
down
those
on my
taste like.
list. Bubbles hates cauliflower and Kane Ashby.
Hot damn.
The two-
that's a good one, darling.
Make a
and,
note of
the,
that.
and the
I'm
only
gonna have
thing
I'm gonna have that put on my headstone when I die. She hates cauliflower and Kane Ashby.
I,
Who the hell is Kane Ashby? Is that a cousin? That's somebody she used to date?
anybody who y'all joking the wrestlers walk by their head, so gonna be like, damn, she took this shit to the grave.
Great. She meant that with her whole soul.
The whole everything. Oh my gosh. But like how they'll tell you if you can take cauliflower and you can make mashed potatoes or rice or the crust for pizza. But at the end of the day, it still tastes like cauliflower that got seasoning in it. And you can't get rid of that cauliflower taste. And avocados aren't like that because they really don't have a taste to begin with. They taste creamy. That's the only way I can describe an avocado is that they have a very creamy taste to them. But cauliflower, no, you can't disguise that. I tried to make a baked potato, and you're trying to be healthy. It took a whole cup of shredded cheese and half a cup of sour cream and a whole stick of butter and some salt and some pepper and some cayenne pepper and some herbs de Provence before I even got remotely to a point where I could stomach it. Then I had to put bacon in it. Now we defeating the whole purpose. I'm just gonna eat
Well,
potato.
if you didn't put
Just
bacon in
put
it, I
the bacon on
mean,
it. Just says bacon, leave the other stuff out.
Well, I'm a
Amaya said cauliflower wings are so popular. What the
no,
hell?
they're not good. So okay, so they have how the cauliflower grows, right?
Mm.
So
Hmm.
they cut the pieces off of the stem and then they toss it in buffalo wing sauce and call it cauliflower wings. There's a lie
Hmm.
wrapped in a lie wrapped in a lie wrapped in deception. Just like
Child.
cauliflower chicken. I've seen cauliflower chicken wings, cauliflower chicken legs. I've seen cauliflower
Cauliflower rice.
rice, cauliflower mashed potatoes.
I just Googled this mess. Ooh, I know exactly what I'm bringing to the work luncheon in 3 weeks.
It looked like gas and thick.
And
It
I
looks
go
like
tell
eggs,
the
like ass.
It looked like gas. Like you get sick. Like bring some
Yeah.
tongs with the cauliflower wings.
I'm not gonna lie, it looked like it could pass for chicken until you bite into it.
Let me
Man,
tell you
look, I'm in the South. Those people will riot if you run up in there with that. Where the real chicken at?
Let me tell you how to get killed up here at my house. You come in my house, talk about something. I made you some cauliflower wings or this new shit, the cauliflower steak. Have y'all seen the cauliflower steak? I will beat your ass with that damn cauliflower steak. But we
So
eat
I
chicken.
actually have a head of cauliflower in my fridge right now because I plan on making cauliflower steaks.
See, it's always
You know what? It done all went left now. It done all went left.
Oh Lord.
So
We
now
did
let me explain. Let me explain.
it's always one.
okay, Sam.
So
Explain.
um, you know, sometimes as we get older, we find that we can't tolerate things as much. So
Mhm.
meats and things they've been draining me and weighing me down and making me tired. So I'm leaning towards plant based. So I basically like all vegetables. There isn't a vegetable that you can name that I don't like. So I saw a recipe for cauliflower steaks. It's basically quartering your cauliflower so that you have it still attached to the stem, and you just pour olive oil, dash some olive oil on it, salt and pepper, whatever kind of seasonings you want, and you put it a little bit of oil in the pan, and you broil it until it's like crispy on the outside, but it's going to be tender on the inside. So it's not supposed to be meat. It's just the way to prepare the cauliflower.
Then just call it steamed cauliflower. Don't call it no steak.
It's called a cauliflower steak though.
And
That's
that's
just what they
that's a
call it.
I
deception.
guess they call it steak because they want you to fry it, maybe.
No, it's supposed to be um, in the oven where you just put the oil on it, and the oil cauliflower is like cabbage; it's gonna make some water. So you just put a little bit of water in the pan, like a half a cup or a quarter of a cup, you know, and
Girl,
you
you
just
got
put
me
some olive oil, salt, and pepper, or whatever kind of seasoning.
you
And
got me
fold
thinking
that
about
with
them
it.
watermelon steaks that people be pan searing. And I be looking at them panko bread and pieces of watermelon going, why? Ooh.
You know what? Okay, so look, y'all want it. The way I hate Kane Ashby, the
Mm.
flip side of that is my love for meat. Like I love meat. I don't care. There's some meats that I won't eat, but for the most part, I love meat. I don't care. I don't care. Fight your mama about it. I'm gonna eat this animal. I'm gonna eat it. Um, If you tell me that I gotta have plant-based, we're not never gonna be friends. Not gonna be friends. You can't come to my house and cook. I'm not gonna come to your house and cook. We just can't be friends. I don't get it. I'm gonna die. You know, they have that. My friend just got bit by this that makes you allergic to meat. I'm just gonna have to die.
Yeah, so the thing is that I like meat too, but it hasn't been making me feel good. So I'm not completely off meat, but I am definitely going to start doing at least a 1 day a week meatless, maybe two, because I've always been this way though. I remember being small in functions, with all, how we do, with all the food all over the table, and it's Christmas or Thanksgiving, and you've got every meat under the sun, ham, turkey, ribs, everything. And I would not get meat on my plate. And I remember, everybody would be like, "Well, what's wrong with her? Well, why she? What's wrong with her?" I just didn't really have to have it. Now, sometimes I do, but other times I can go days or weeks. I've gone like a year without eating beef at all. Period. No matter how you do it, ground steak, in fajitas, tacos, beef. No, no, no beef. I can just do that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I haven't gotten to that point. My diet isn't complete unless I got meat in it. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I gotta have some type of protein, and I gotta have had parents. I don't want anything that have grown out of my garden alone.
Wait a minute.
It's
It
not a
have
complete
to have
meal.
parents.
It have to have had parents. Yes, I need meat.
She said two bees had to make this thing.
Yes,
Yes,
child. And that's for every. Hey, listen, Bubs, and that's for every meal. That she didn't say every day, because I'm literally talking about. I'm trying to go, a meatless day or two. Homegirl says she ain't going a meatless meal.
I'm not either. I mean,
Hey,
you
hey,
can go in
Ken.
my freezer
it
right
was.
now. You can piece together an animal from all the meat that I have in my freezer. I have lamb, I have beef, I have pork, I have chicken. Um, Probably would have some frog if I went over to the Korean grocery store and got some frog legs. Like,
No.
I'm really not trying to live a life without meat. And I have about 4 or 5 pounds of bacon. I don't play, but I also am a ketovore. So most of the times I do keto, but I'm also kind of leaning towards carnivore most days. So all I eat is meat. Um, and I don't know. I have some vegetables that I do eat, but like if it were a health issue and the doctor was like, if you don't stop eating meat, you're just gonna die. Okay, well, we planning this funeral because I'm fixing to cook everything in my freezer and go out like a boss. I'm gonna eat all of it, and then I'm
You're
just
gonna
gonna
have
die.
a mukbang. You're gonna have a
Yep,
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
have
have a.
a mukbang.
And see,
I'm gonna,
Darla said she like that when it come to dairy. And see, I don't have to have dairy. I don't gotta have cheese and milk and everything I eat. But it's something about me. I'm like that. It's not a complete meal. I want a starch, I want a vegetable, and I want a meat. I want some protein. It's not
you
complete
like
unless.
the diet. You like the standard diet.
And
Mhm.
it's and I do understand what Sam is saying about digestive issues, because red meat there have been times where I've realized later on after the fact that one of the reasons I did not feel quite as energetic as I would have felt that I should, it was because red meat does take longer to digest. So sometimes it does weigh down on you a bit, which is why I tend to shift more to chicken than
Mhm.
red meat a lot, just because it'd be sometimes you know how you eat and you don't want to be overly full, but sometimes you eat a meal, it's a good meal, food's well seasoned, it's a great meal, but it just feels like it's sitting in your stomach like a brick.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it's taking forever
sometimes,
Exactly.
to digest.
yeah, and sometimes it's just like that. So I still eat plenty of red meat, because you can't turn me away from a hamburger for nothing in this
Let
world.
me tell you
But,
about
but
my husband's diet. My husband is diabetic, and when he first got diagnosed, his doctor then had advised him to stay away from swine. So he gets a new doctor, and the other doctor told him, he said, "So tell me, what do you eat?" And He tells him what I fix and what his diet consists of. He's like, oh, so you don't eat any pork products at all? Like, besides.
Can. I don't want to cut you off,
Go
but
ahead.
Ricky just dropped the early look spoilers for next week. Aha, Maya's on it too. Okay, so the soap opera digest early editions for the week of June 6th. Ridge gives Brooke an ultimatum. Lee confronts Sheila in prison for killing Finn. And Bill gives Ridge relationship advice. Okay, I don't know what to think of that last one.
They probably arguing. They probably arguing about something, and Bill probably saying, "Here's a piece of advice, dressmaker." So it's probably an argument.
But that one in the middle,
yeah,
our girl Lee is going to prison.
I'm for it all day.
I'm gonna see. I honestly wants to see if she gonna get up over that table and beat Sheila ass while she handcuffed.
I'm gonna stare each other down.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Sheila to be scared.
I'm gonna need Sheila to be fierce. I want to see those two. I want to see Sheila trying to get those handcuffs off her. I want the guards having to try to hold Sheila back because she dragging the table trying to get at Lee. And I need another guard holding Lee back because she trying to scratch Sheila eyes out. I want to see a Sheila Lauren fight, an attempt to fight in jail. And then when it's all said and done, I want a Lee and Sheila fight like that Lauren and Sheila fight.
I want the guard to step away from the door and say, I ain't heard nothing.
The guard was standing at the door like, should I stop this?
Nah.
And then when Brooke was like,
mind your business.
Then Brooke was just like, it's time to go. He gonna talk about something. Come on, Sheila. Sheila looking like her like, I'm coming back for you too. Just wait.
That laugh was epic. I loved it.
She did the whole Freddy laugh. I was just like, uh-oh.
I love every bit of it.
That's nightmares.
You can see Brooke shaking like, oh shit. It's still crazy.
Let her laugh. I don't think Sheila gonna be laughing, doing her wicked villain laugh when Lee walked the hell about there. I just, I don't see that. If Lee don't whoop that ass, I'm gonna be so disappointed. They just need look. We ain't had a good fight in a while on this show anyway.
So if today's episode was a repeat from yesterday, what's tomorrow's episode gonna look like?
Okay, so tomorrow we're shifting because we were supposed to get 3 days of, Lee, Steffi, Finn, and then we were supposed to shift back to Paris, Carter, and Quinn. So since we're a day off, what we'll be getting tomorrow will be what we should have got Thursday, which was that Eric is going to attempt to diffuse a quarrel between Taylor and Brooke over Ridge. And Paris is going to push back when Meddling Grace demands that she chooses Zende over Carter. So we're slipping back into that part, the B story, which I do really want. I am thirsty for that story.
I am too, because I'm going to need my prediction to come true. Because
Paris turning up pregnant? We talked about that last night.
Yep, I know. And I also want Paris true craziness to come out. Like, her story hasn't been, why is she still on script? You know what I'm saying? I want to know why he still got it on script, and I bet money, good money, that's because she crazy. She got a crazy history. That's why her sister didn't want her around. That's why her mama don't want her with Carter. Like, it begs for her to have a crazy background.
Well, her mama wants her with Zende because of the prestige of the Forrester name. That was just like when Julius was all over his head because not only did Maya marry a Forrester, but Nicole married a Forrester too. It was all about getting into that family, getting the name.
I can say, but Carter's not a bad guy. Like, he got his own thing going. He's a lawyer at a very good company. It's not like he's a startup. It's not like he's somebody that's.
But he ain't a Forrester. He ain't a Forrester. These people won't.
He's Forrester adjacent.
Right. Yeah, he's Forrester adjacent, but he's not a Forrester. She's not gonna. Who is Paris Walton? Who is this?
Exactly.
Paris Forrester. Paris Forrester. Now she's a Forrester.
Well, he good enough for Queen. He good enough for Queen. For Gwen alone. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She wants the unavailable guy, like the guy who has feelings for other women. It's something behind that. Like it's more than just her mimicking Brooke's behavior. Like she's like the chocolate version of the young Brooke. It's something else to this, and I'm
Candace
thinking
on
it's
to
that.
something. Candace on to something because remember Thomas came on to her and Thomas was single. She didn't want to have no parts of that.
Mm-mm. And she could have deuced Zende at that point and gone for that. But that's
And she
not what
wanted
she's looking
Finn.
for.
And she wanted Finn. Finn was
See,
all.
and
It's
then
You guys, hold on a second. So Tara has posted the summer preview.
ooh,
oh. Sin.
Steffi, let's see. Steffi will go to Europe with Kelly and Hayes to try to escape her grief and have therapy, like I said she would.
okay.
She longs for her husband and the family that she had. Was keeping Finn going on the path to recovery is someday seeing Steffi and reuniting with his family. So it's very much a love story, even while they're apart and Jackie is on maternity leave. And Jackie's eager to work, so we do have a very special, very romantic summer planned for Steffi and Finn.
All right now. They better live up. Look, they sometimes
Stop it!
Look, I'm gonna need all this passion to happen.
sometimes Bell be sitting up here effing with us with these previews. He better follow that shit to the letter this time.
Well, yeah,
To
because
the
he's doing too
T.
much with what he said now. He can't come out here and
That's
say
some
that.
that's some big damn promises.
Right.
Hold on,
That's not
reread
like,
that. Can you read that again so I can hear it again? Because I want
Okay.
to see some loopholes through this.
Okay. Steffi will go to Europe with Kelly and Hayes to try to escape her grief and have therapy. But
Okay.
she longs for her husband and the family that she had. What's keeping Finn going and on the path to recovery is someday seeing Steffi and reuniting with his family. So it's very much a love story, even while they're apart, and Jackie is on maternity leave. And Jackie is eager to work. So we do have a very special, very romantic summer planned for Steffi and Finn.
So there's nobody keeping them apart.
they gonna be
Oh,
apart because Jackie gonna be on.
Oh,
But
hold on.
that's
There's
everything that I wanted for them.
Yes, darling. Yes.
no, he's not going to wake up and not remember them. That's good.
That's good. And this means Lee being a villain is smaller.
There's more.
Ooh,
Okay, that's more.
There's
Okay,
more.
breaking news. Go for it.
There's more. Sheila is like a cat with 9 lives, and she's used up 16 of them, but somehow has another handful in her hip pocket. So Sheila will be stirring the pot and blowing people's minds. She realizes that she's not a murderer and wants to get her son healthy and stay out of prison. She's going to pull every trick in the book to stay free and be near her family. I told y'all.
To
Stay
stay
free.
free.
So that means
Yep.
So you think that
Them
thing
charges
you
getting
talked
thrown
about
out.
yesterday, Sam, is gonna happen?
Yep.
To stay
That-
free, so that
Yeah.
means they're not gonna convict her.
Well,
Yep,
think
she's-
about it. If Steffi is in Europe when all this goes down, they are not going to call her and upset her with this.
Right.
They're not gonna do that. Not while she still thinks Finn. Not. And I'm assuming this is before it comes out to everybody that Finn is dead, or that Finn is not dead. If once the fact that Finn is not dead starts to come out, then Sheila's charges get thrown in the trash, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen while Steffi isn't even on the continent. So what choice do they have but to let her go free?
Okay, so there's more. Jack will be returning and making some appearances, and we'll be seeing much more of them as Finn is on the mend.
Okay, good. Ted King, good. More Ted King. You can't go wrong with that.
Yes, honey, with his
Ridge
sexy
is,
self.
Ridge is taking some time because he has the 2 wonderful ladies here, and he also has to take into consideration Steffi and Thomas's feelings because this is a family that he loves. So Ridge is going to be making a decision about his future early in the summer, and we're going to see which way that falls.
Now he want
Deacon,
to make a decision.
Hold
After
on.
this
Now
man,
he's taking into consideration his children's feelings. It only took 25 years.
Deacon is going to take a new path and realize that he's a good person. He's going to find some love in his life this summer from an unexpected place. Quinn, Carter,
Oh my
Paris,
God.
Zendaya, Grace. Carter and Quinn have this undeniable chemistry, but he's never been married and he's determined to get into this next chapter of his life. He is.
He decided to marry Paris. Oh my God. That's the beach scene.
Decided to make the leap together. So we're building to a Carter and Paris wedding. And then you have Zendaya, a prince in waiting. As we move to the beautiful, dramatic wedding, Quinn has feelings for Carter and he's about to commit his life to Paris. And Zendaya has feelings for Paris. It's a tangled web, but it's going to be an entertaining story.
Ooh,
Edith Wilson
messy.
fixing to write her ass off this summer, y'all. Edith Wilson fixing to write her ass. Y'all, Amaya done joined us.
Amaya had to come out the comments for this
He said
one.
he getting married at the beach.
Hey, what about the comments, y'all? I got to get something to drink. We done got Amaya up here like we done got in out the damn drink.
I almost did that. I need amaranth and pineapple to go along with this. I got work
So
tomorrow.
that's the wedding
in
at
Europe.
the beach house then. That's probably the wedding on the beach.
Wait a minute,
Exactly.
Amaya said they filming on location in Europe.
Yeah.
Amaya, don't put yourself.
Wait, we
No.
get location stuff?
No,
Finally?
Harrison. Hold on.
No,
Is this gonna be, that must be my sin, because that must be our Paris. Because I just said that if Paris is Steffi's place, I want Steffi and Paris to reunite. Steffi and Finn to reunite in Paris.
Yes, that would be epic. Yes,
Yes, that would be.
I
That
need
would
Finn
be
to be
lovely.
associated with Paris. Yes.
Right. I don't know why Paris, Buckingham.
Damn
would be
Paris
getting
and
a
Paris.
wedding.
Nobody ain't worrying about that.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Why would they be sending Paris to Europe to marry Carter?
No, Paris and Carter are getting married. They're not going to be in Europe. Steffi's going to be in Europe.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see,
so-
Ricky. Amaya's right that Bill Bell, because apparently he's the one giving the previews now, so this is coming from Bill. Guys, so yeah, exactly. Said that there will be mystery, romance, unexpected romance, and now that COVID is taking a little breather, we'll be filming on location throughout the United States and Europe.
Yes! Yo!
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh my God!
Hold on. So the unexpected romance. He's still talking about unexpected romance. Is
I
he
don't
saying
care.
that
Steffi and
Steffi?
Finn is gonna reunite in Paris.
Long as it ain't with Steffi and anybody but her husband, let it happen.
Right.
Let the chips
I
fall
am
where they may.
manifesting a sin reunion in Paris, honey. I'm manifesting.
Okay. What is Amaya? What you mean the Deacon? What's wrong with Deacon? Deacon is the unexpected romance with who?
I think
Bridget.
they didn't say. Now, if that's now, well, see, here's the thing. Rich is gonna make a choice, and the spoiler said he's gonna make it early. So somebody's gonna be the odd woman out. Whoever the odd woman out is, that's who Deacon gonna probably end up with.
And that's what I just was like, ooh, because then that Brooke can't be alone, and she finna go on vacation, right? KKL's not feeling good, so it may be her going with Deacon. Maybe Ridge is finna pick Taylor.
My couple going to Europe. Oh yeah.
Yes, honey. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Because over the United States and Europe, I'm like,
Yep. I think it's gonna be Taylor to Amaya. I think Deacon is going to find unexpected romance with Taylor because Ridge is gonna go back to Brooke.
That's gonna send Ridge off the wall.
Bubba's probably gonna have a fit.
Hold on a second. How come when I said dealer weeks ago, y'all looked at me like I was crazy?
I'm still looking at you like
no. I think. Remember,
and gagging.
It's
That
not
was
Taylor.
me.
It's
I
not
said
I
that
Taylor.
have been,
after
No,
I've been
I
on, I have been on that boat from the beginning. Remember, I said the day that Sheila got busted, that Deacon and Taylor have that in common, that they both believed in Sheila. So no, I can see Sheila happen. Yeah.
damn. To hell. It is not Taylor. It's gonna be Bridget or Brooke. Damn no.
right. I'm not
Still
Hell
having
to
better.
that.
the
I'm not
no.
having the toilet scrubber putting his grubby hands on Queen Taylor. Hell to
That's
the
a
no.
that's a big 10-4.
That's
No.
a
He can
big
have
So
both.
10
here's the
4.
thing. Here's
I'm
the
with
thing. I just read you guys the spoiler where it says Deacon realizes he's a good person. And Sam, what have you been saying about Liam? They've been cleaning Liam up for something. Well, Deacon is being cleaned up. What is he being cleaned up for? I
Dr. Mark. That ain't his reputation.
I
No.
don't care. He gonna if it ain't Taylor, it's gonna be Bridget or Brooke.
Yes.
Logan is my second choice, but I got money on Taylor.
Wait, there's some more updates. I'll wait. Okay, so apparently he did previews for everybody. This is under Tara's, okay? So Eric, so we left off on Sunday. So next is Eric and Donna. Donna has always gotten Eric's heart racing, and she will continue to do that. However, he's wearing the ring that measures the beat of one's heart, and Quinn is monitoring that closely. So when she sees that every Wednesday afternoon his heart starts racing, she starts to wonder what's going on. So who ends up with Eric, we will soon find out. Ooh. Next is this part I'm actually very happy to hear. This is about Liam and Hope. After a long time of struggling and perseverance, they're happy. So this is one of those rare moments where I can report we have a happy couple on Bold and Beautiful. But there's always something around the corner, and we have an interesting story coming in their direction. Something that will challenge them as a couple. Not a love triangle, but something very unique.
good.
Thank you. That's all we
What
wanted.
it is.
Drunk
Well, okay.
Drunk asshole. Drunk asshole. Drunk asshole. Sipping on the bottle in the middle of the day. Drunk asshole.
Or her popping
Okay.
pills again.
Bubble says,
Wow. So Bubbles
listen,
is really
I'm
leaning
good.
into
I
the
don't care what it
alcohol.
is. As long as they got nothing to do with Thomas,
wait,
I'm good.
hold on, wait. They got the next one is for Thomas. Thomas is an incredibly complex character and is working on getting his act together. Thomas is going to find love this summer. He better not be playing me. Maybe it's the kind of love that can take him to the next level to be responsible and mature and leave his naughty ways behind him.
Amen.
Yeah, let's hope.
And
It's
last,
not
no, it can't be hope. Last is Bill. Bill has a story this summer with someone I think is very unexpected. Bill is at the right place at the right time, and he's going to take his charm and his power and his good fortune and really make an imprint on this story coming up that we have this summer. So, that's curious.
I wonder if Bill and Taylor. See,
Yes,
I don't like
just
the
said.
idea of Bill it's sleeping with Taylor because of Steffi, but just character wise and throw all that crap to the side. Bill is a much better character to be with the Queen Taylor. Deacon scrubs toilets. I'm sorry, they need to find him some waitress to something because
I
I
guess
just
we
can't see
fixing
it.
to see Brailer versus Dealer because honey.
Oh, you know what, Sam? It could be Bridget taking a page out of her mama book. It might be Bill and Bridget.
Right.
That is possible because they say Ashley Jones was supposed to have a story in June.
In June, yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, child, Ash, if she would do that again, oh no, Katie slept with her husband. Katie slept with Nick.
I'm sorry.
For real. Girl, remember that time you was up here, we thought you was dying, and you went out here on this island with my man and had your little high school prom shit, and then you slept with him and got knocked up, and you pretty much took my life till you lost that baby. Well, guess what? And your ex. Yeah, Bill. Been riding around the house like my mama used to. Sure did.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could see
I'll
Bill
let you
and
know.
Taylor. Yeah, I could see Bill and Taylor. I could
I
see Bill
can
and
too.
Taylor. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
could because I always could even back in the day. I could
So
see Bill and Taylor.
if he leaves, if Ridge leaves with Brooke, then that will leave Taylor behind, and Bill he will want to put on his cape and try to rescue her and save
Bill
her.
don't put on capes. Bill don't put on
Shit,
capes.
shit.
Bill don't put on
Yes, he
capes.
do.
But
He the
Bill,
first one wearing the cape. Yes, he do.
child.
That's it. In my opinion, that's why he got with Katie. So he been putting on capes from the beginning.
He been
That's
working
what Liam
relationship
been
from the
learning
beginning.
from.
He don't put on capes. He buys jewelry.
Right. Yeah, that's not Bill, honey. Bill is not
He
no
buys jewelry.
rescue ranger, damsel in distress.
They don't
If he
gotta be
want the
damsels,
damsel,
but he rescue them. He think that he Captain Save all of these. I ain't gonna put it out there, but
Oh,
yeah,
she
he
did
started it.
that. She
He
did
started it.
Well, I can say, as far as Taylor is concerned, I I would like to see Krista Allen play off of Don Diamont
I
because they
know.
both have great screen presence. So just from an actor point of view, I want to see what kind of chemistry they got popping because I ain't seen Krista Allen not get it popping with nobody yet. She like
right.
JMW like that, where they no matter who they're in the scene with, they just got it clicking.
They are hot. They would be a hot couple.
This is they didn't gave us a lot to think about early on the Thursday night. Mm, mm.
Let's make
So
up
I'm
no
not
bowl
seeing
tomorrow.
Paris reunion, honey. I am manifesting a Paris reunion, a reunion for seeing in Paris, honey, and I'm gonna manifest it into the end.
Yes,
amen.
I'm with you. I'm with
that.
you.
Our babies deserve a European reunion.
Steffi deserves it.
Yes, she does.
Maybe they can get married again since they pronounced him dead.
And I'm gonna need him to be he's a good guy. So it would make sense that would be her good place to have her good memories with the best husband she has. So yeah,
And
Liam
the
not
father of her
acting.
child, Kelly's
Yes.
stepdad. We looking at the future. I'm looking towards the future of seeing y'all.
I am, and also I would like if things play out, even if it's only approximate to what we've been given. I wants to know who got a gun and Bell back making him do this.
Somebody else, I'm telling you, what somebody else is more than
I'm
just
gonna put my
writing.
phone on mute.
Okay.
And it's more than just writing, but someone else is taking over, like overseeing every damn thing.
I've been told y'all Edith Wilson is in the
Because
room.
listen, it's more than just the writing. I mean, the makeup has been better on the actresses. The hair has been better on the actresses.
The
The
cinematography.
wardrobe has been better on the actresses.
Yeah.
The stories, we've literally got 3 stories going. We've got the Carter and Quinn Penzinde Paris, the Hope Liam Bridge, Taylor Thomas Forresters. We got it all. We got Eric in the mix with Donna. We got it going on. And we got this huge surprise of a death and a return. And we got our star-crossed lovers right now with Steffi and
you
Finn
know,
fighting to be together. This
and
is
I
everything.
think
Yeah.
this new
I know
writer,
I mean, damn,
she's
I know
heavy
Kay
in
Alden is almost 80, but you think maybe she came out of retirement or something?
this new writer that they put on that they hired on. She's heavy into romance novels. Like she loves that. So all these storylines are seeming to have a more romantic backing, and
But
I think it's
but
coming from her.
but she don't get to write the stories though.
No,
That's
she's not
where
right. She's writing the dialogue. I get
right.
that. I understand it. She
Exactly.
doesn't come up with like the plot of, of the story. I get that, but she's writing them words.
She's definitely whoever's doing the dialogue is definitely doing with less repeating. If there's still some repeating, I mean, Steffi is, she's mourning, so she's repeating. There's still some of that, but it's 100 times better. Everything
Yes.
is 100 times better. I mean, like I said, from the wardrobe to the makeup to the hair to the dialogue to the more stories that we
Dressing
have.
Hope like an adult instead of a bohemian college child. Even
Exactly.
little things like that.
It's the simple things. It truly is. It truly is. And I'm just really looking forward to it. We got Lee, Finnegan doing a darn thing, and we don't know what to expect from her. They firing on all cylinders right now. It is their ball game to f up. I think I read somewhere that I think they are. They tied with Young and the Restless for the 18 to 49 right now, right?
Let's see, because the ratings have been really, really good lately.
Yes, they have.
At one point, they took the number one spot again, and I was like, okay, y'all coming for real.
Well,
Y'all,
they were sharing the number one spot with YNR and Let's Make a Deal or something.
I just love
Let's
the fact
see.
that Bold and Beautiful is becoming heavy into competition with them. Like Young and the Restless has been leading the way all this time. You know, that's good.
But you know
Again,
what though? I mean, people can say what they want, but Sheila Carter, when she shot that gun off, um, that was really something. That really that did something. And this is not the first time Sheila Carter has brought these kind of ratings to Bold and the Beautiful.
no, because people will come out for Sheila.
Yeah, but
People,
yeah, Bold has been tying for the 18 to 49 group with Young and the
With
Restless. That's
YNR,
right.
they
Yeah.
tie in for the first spot, the 18 to 49. Now, so all they got to keep doing now is keep writing good soap opera. You see this balance that we have. We got we everybody getting a little bit of something. We not getting a lot of Eric and Quinn and Carter, but that's how they do it. But yeah, if they keep this up, they can actually take over in total viewers too.
They could. Because Young and the Restless looks like they're trying to do something, at least by bringing Diana back, casting a few more people to give it a little bit more balance. But they still have to work up to momentum because sometimes they just be dragging. But it looks like they're laying the framework for some stories that are supposed to be interesting. Since they went ahead and brought Kyle back, they did a very good job on the summer recast.
oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's great. Allison Lanier is a great recast. So it looks like they're trying to work to get themselves back in the game because they've kind of just been stuck in neutral for a long time. So if you want to be number one, then you got to give people something that's worth being number one for. Bold and the Beautiful was never supposed to catch up to them like this, and they sure as hell have been because they've been producing quality show.
That's right.
that's
right.
It's about time.
I'm still over here going. I can't believe Carter decided he gonna marry Paris.
Yeah,
Like,
Child, he probably said in the back of his mind, I can't have Quinn, so I gotta marry this chick. Here we go.
I've never been married, so I want to be married. Paris, do you want to marry me? Look, a dude.
What is his last name anyway?
But you know what?
Walton.
You know what? She probably will become pregnant. And that's the reason why he's going to have that initiative. Like, okay, I might as well go and marry her. I can't have Quinn. You know what I mean? But my whole thing
on the drinks. We talked about that very situation of Paris getting pregnant, in being a barrier to Quinn and Carter.
right.
But we thought it would happen.
I tweeted that out. I asked you guys y'all opinion. I appreciated it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course,
Are you being sassy with people?
so of course, right exactly when Carter is about to marry Paris, that's probably when Eric gonna get his balls caught in a vice. And because I read that they say every Wednesday. Okay, so we already have the stage is already set. He is boinking Donna every Wednesday punctually.
Ew.
On the clock. Every Wednesday in the afternoon, he steps out to go dip his balls in honey.
Because that's why they have the pickleball cover. Because if you're playing a sport, that sport usually happens on a certain day of the week, especially if it's something new. They're not going to put it on the full calendar for every day. It'll be Wednesdays at whatever time. So that's a great cover, although he's not at the club. And I think when he has this attack, the Queen's gonna go to the club and find out Mr. Forrester ain't been over here, honey. And then she's gonna pull up her little app and drive out to this no-tell motel where he's at, and he gonna be passed out on top of Dom.
Covered in honey.
Mm-hmm.
His heart gonna be racing because of the Fitbit, because of his exercise with Donna. The Fitbit gonna go off. Quinn is gonna race to the hotel to catch him. catching heaving for his breath for Donna. Hopefully she kick him in his private parts and run to stop
Like
that wedding
Stephanie did
between
him
Carter and
before.
Paris. Because I need Paris to go back home humiliated.
Isn't Zoe in Paris?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's supposed to be modeling in Paris.
yes, and a big star, a big hit out there. That's what
Well, she
Rich
did
said.
tell her sister to come home.
Now
So
she needs
no,
to go to
Zoe don't want to be
England.
bothered with her
She
sister.
needs to go to England or something. That's where they supposedly came from with no accent. So they need to go back.
Zoe had one, but Paris didn't have one. That's the thing you got to be.
And that was the thing that always threw me because they had a whole scene about her and Xander explaining their accents.
Mm-hmm.
And him saying that he could go back and forth because one of his parents was American. She never said that one of her parents was American.
No.
She
Said
said
both doctors didn't have an accent. And Brady doesn't have an accent, and Grace doesn't have one. So they just
Are they adopted?
Americans living there, and
I think they grew up there and that's why they have accents because if you're born there and you grow up there and you're going to school there and you're living with people there, then you're still going to have that accent because that's just how you're learning to talk. You're learning from people around there. But so if you don't ever practice the other side of it, you don't ever use the other side of it. But the reason that's off is because Xander specifically said he could speak with both accents because one of his parents was American, his other parent was British. And Zoe said both of her parents were British at that time and that she was going to practice the trying to speak without an American accent. I'm going to go back and find
Alley previews. What does Lynn mean by alley previews? I can't wait.
What?
Wait, which preview?
Alley. Oh,
I think they mean I think she posted the Young and the Restless previews as well for the summer. So let's see. So she could be either talking about Allie and Noah, or she could be talking about Allie as in Adam and Sally. So that could that can go either way.
Sally.
All I know is I saw a spoiler about Noah trying to get it in with Allie and her shooting him down, which I find hilarious.
Yeah, Adam and Sally, she said.
Oh, good.
They're putting Noah in his age range because Noah and Adam are the same age almost. They be separate them.
They be playing with people. I swear, Young and the Restless is right up there with Days of Our Lives, with the taking their chances with people ages and juggling it, and it'd be like, how you did that? I still don't know. I still can't get past Billy and Phyllis after all these years.
I'm glad that Sally wasn't the only character that we was able to resurrect from the dead, because them trying to kill her off on this show and then turn her into some obsessed psycho really pissed me off. And then they transported her on to General City's turf. I think it turned out to be a good thing, and I'm glad Finn's back.
It was a fabulous thing to do, because at that time she was marginalized on Bold and the Beautiful, and they were the fact that the prospect of Tally was right there, dead in our faces, and they did not explore it. Okay, you know what? I'm sick of y'all wasting. I'm sick of y'all focusing on spam when you got prime rib. Let the damn prime rib leave town and go do what it's gonna go do somewhere else. And sure enough, at least at the very least, they actually have her doing something that makes sense instead of this entire mess with Flo never made sense from day one.
They did it, and they didn't even run with it that long. Like, where's Flo now? Like,
I'm telling y'all. By the time we get to mid-July, I'm gonna have to ask. So that's gonna be a whole calendar year that we have not seen nor heard from the character of Flo.
So when was the last time that we see her actually? With what?
July of last year. I checked. The last time she was on camera was July of last year, and we about to roll into June.
Somebody need to start making some Where's Flo flyers.
I said put an APB down for.
Wyatt ain't got no friends except for his daddy and his brother. And he cannot talk to either one of them about Flo because Liam is going to hold a grudge against Flo for as long as Hope holds a grudge against Flo. And Bill don't really care either way unless Brooke tells him to. He's grateful to her because she saved Katie's life, but I know that they're never going to sit around and talk about her. So as long as Wyatt doesn't have a friend and they don't bring Flo back on screen, we are never going to hear about her again because who else is he going to go to talk about Flo? If him and Flo have issues in their relationship, who's he going to go and talk to? Katie?
I'm fine with that.
I mean, well, let's be honest. We just read the summer previews, and you notice who names wasn't in there: Katie, Wyatt, and Flo.
Right. So they all somewhere probably having a lunch or a girls' night or something because they're the only ones that can talk to each other. Donna's over here under Eric, so she can't come. You know, Donna's still sympathetic towards Flo for saving Katie's life. And Brooke's going through her stuff right now without her multiple choices of men. So Katie, Flo, and Wyatt, that's the perfect. Ooh, but they look how weird that is because Katie dated Wyatt too. So, but they usually end up being best friends with their ex-lovers anyway. So he can probably go and talk to Katie about how him and
I got a bone to pick. So they took Tanner off of the opening credits, but they still got Denise on there. They still got Flo on there, right? So when are we gonna get them to take them two off and put Tanner and Krista on there?
I forgot there was something with Krista being added to the credits. I forgot what it was. What was it?
She said that the pictures didn't come out right and they had to reschedule. But then when the thing happened with KKL, I think they just threw all the schedules off. So they still haven't reshot them pictures yet.
And Tanner, it's obvious that them pulling him from the credits was to try to Jedi mind trick us. And it never worked. It almost worked. Not for us because we've been saying from the day that he got shot that boy ain't dead.
Right.
But for everyone else who, you know, especially for the naysayers who was like, oh, well, Finn dead and y'all just need to accept that. Look, he gone from the credit. Yeah, they bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, they loving that crow they eating.
The whole fan saw was oh, here come the triangle again. No, it ain't. Finn ain't dead. He's somewhere recovering.
We all knew something was hinky with that because when has anybody ever been? How long was Wayne Brady in the damn credits to say he was only on the show for like 2 months at best? How long was he in the credits before they took him out? But they managed to take Tan out the day after he died. Nah. We knew something.
I knew when something was in the mix when Lee got off that elevator, like she was charging.
She was mad.
She was ready. She was ready to take her head clean off her shoulders. At that point, I was like, yeah, there's something to that.
Well, one good thing about the summer previews that I'm happy about is that one, it looks like the House of Lee shall continue on, and we don't have to worry about no crazy ass situation where once Finn wakes up, Lee starts acting, you know, not just like a concerned parent, but kind of nutty. So it looks like we're not going to have to worry about that, which I'm happy for.
I'm happy about it too because it's going to be divided fast.
Yes, because if it was going to be a matter of her trying to keep Finn, you know, corralled up, because she felt like, you know, he didn't need to go after his family or go back to his wife because he needed to be safe or something. I'm about to say, and I come on, Lee, let the boy go, let him go.
Right.
He's been in that bed all month. Let's let him go. So I'm happy that we're gonna get that. Now, what I do want to get though, I want some Lee Jack confrontations that we get to see.
I think we will. I'm pretty sure we will. Because she didn't tell him that Finn's alive. So he's gonna be very angry with her about that. And he's gonna call her to the carpet on that, just like Eric did Stephanie. How come you ain't tell me? And she gonna be like, well, I didn't tell you because you're part of the reason why our son was in this predicament to begin with. If only you had to say something to me about this crazy ass woman all those years ago. You know, you had so many lies and secrets. So what if I kept a secret from you and I lied to you? Your lie and your secrets are what got us here, and my lie, my secret is why our son is alive. So you go kick rocks, buddy.
My
Very
lie
much
was
so.
2 weeks long. Your lie was 28 years. I'm gonna
Right.
need you to dial that back
For
a little
real.
bit.
Girl, wait, hold on. Ricky just posted this love letter Belden wrote about Finn not being dead. Listen to this.
A love letter.
You gonna see what I mean when I say a love letter. From B&B executive producer, head writer Bradley Bell, scripting Finn's death was good for the story, but proved troublesome for his future plans. I feel like we are at the beginning of a great love story with Steffi and Finn.
Yes!
And there's so much left that we had to find a way to keep this character and the character's heart beating. He explains. Tanner Novlin brings such a great positive energy to the show, and Steffi, who's been longing for Liam, finally broke away from that and found a man. So it was not enough time, and there was so much left to explore.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes.
That's a love.
That's it.
That's a love letter.
She's been stopped longing for him for like what, 5 years?
Lord, now? Did Bell buy Tanner dinner and send him some flowers after that?
Yeah. So what they did is they sat around and they saw the love for sin. Basically, that's all it was. They saw the love for sin, and they was just like, okay, well, why would we throw this away? Why would we go?
That's the thing. We all petitioned for Steffi to have someone outside of who's been on script. No more Spencers. We didn't want her to be with anybody else. Someone new. We had that. Why would we want her to go back?
Look what we got, y'all, though. Look what we got. We got, not only did we get a brand new man, we got one hot, sexy, damn good to last drop man. And he's a good man, a good father, an honest man. I mean, what can we? What
and
more
he
can we
doesn't
ask
want to
for?
see with a Logan.
Exactly.
They don't even know where he came from. He ain't been on nobody's radar. He fresh off the presses.
And what we are getting right now is they basically letting it be known that this is a Steffi and Finn love story here. This ain't got nothing to do with the lame.
And did you see
the it only took us a decade.
No triangles. I'm so happy. Oh, good.
Well,
wait. I cut myself off. There was another part that Ricky posted. Wait. Let's see. Bell adds that, okay, and then he clued in Novlin. Tanner and I had an understanding that we were throwing caution to the wind together, but always the knowledge that we were going to continue with this character. This wasn't going to be the end. So not many people knew it in this world, but Tanner and I knew that from the onset that this character wasn't coming to a conclusion with this gunshot.
So that tells me that they decided to kill off Finn, but Bell told Tanner that we're not killing Finn permanently. We will definitely bring him back. We don't know when, but we're definitely bringing him back. And so Tanner always knew, and so that's why Tanner wasn't sure, because remember he said he kind of knew. He didn't know when.
He didn't know that they were going to get it soon, because they didn't write for him to come back this soon. They didn't think that they were going to bring this character back.
They left it wide open. I think that as soon as they saw the overwhelming response, I believe at that time they decided, and it didn't take long. I believe that first Bold Live, second and third Bold Live, by the time we got to Jackie's Bold Live, where it was like a
and by that time,
they had already decided. But they had already decided that by that point, because that's where Casey was dropping all those hints and clues and being real, slick about what he was saying. So they knew that they were going to bring him back. They didn't know how fast, but when they saw the outcry, they
Right.
went ahead and just said, "Well, what we waiting for? Let's do it."
Yeah.
And that hashtag
Oh wait,
blew it up.
wait. Wait, Tara, having Ricky and Tara both posted things is very advantageous. Tanner says the show went to great lengths to make his reappearance a surprise. They had him change dressing rooms while shooting Finn's recovery, and he even had to move his parking spot because nobody wanted his return to leak out.
But we talked about how
We said that.
we said
They
that.
was walking
We
around
said
like
that.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We said they got him going incognito around that damn studio.
Exactly. And when the studio was dark, he was probably filming his scenes.
Yep.
Yes, because look how dark that room is. Him and Leanne.
You can't even see nothing in there.
So listen,
You
guys.
can't take no pictures up in there. That flash ain't It's you gonna need a flash. It's so dark up in that room.
So you know that the powers that be were watching us making an ass out of ourselves, saving Finn,
They was watching them
hashtagging,
tweets.
right? And they was just like, look at them, they gonna go nuts. I wonder if that's what. Yeah, that's what.
Well played, show. I will give the Bold and the Beautiful some credit, something I don't give them too often in the last few years because they've been pissing me off up until they finally because they left Steffi on the couch for the laundry for 2 years. I'm gonna give them credit.
Child, she would sit on the couch. When is Liam coming back? Is he coming back then? Is he coming back?
Oh no,
now?
she was pretending. It was even worse than that. She was pretending that she was cool. So it was even worse than that. There was no satisfaction at all.
But then before
It was Liam's
Liam,
treating her house like Starbucks for me. He went there
Liam
like
and
it
Hope
was the
even
local
got married,
Starbucks.
before Liam and Hope got married, Steffi was like, he got 2 families he's taking care of. I don't care if he go back to you. I really don't. And Hope was
But
like,
y'all know
dude, you
what?
really
We
don't
done
care.
with that. We done with Liam.
Yeah.
We literally have the best man ever. And we are currently getting angst. We getting star-crossed lover angst.
And
They longing
that
for each other right now. Hell with Liam.
Amen.
and
Now the only
they stuck with Leah.
No. So listen, we got 8 minutes. I'm gonna be real.
okay.
With this. And
Go ahead, Bubbles.
because Tara has also posted the Young and the Restless summer preview, and exactly what I said about this show is about to come to fruition as well. The dynamic of the Newman family is upended when Victoria threatens to cut ties with her family and start life with Ashlyn.
Oh,
That's good for Victor ass.
And Nick will do their best with Victoria. Victor realizes he has one more card to play as he works to minimize Ashlyn's presence in Victoria's life. This plan activates Michael to revisit his mischievous side we know and love, much to Lauren's dismay. If Michael don't get a damn haircut pretty soon, he ain't gonna be able to be sneaky.
Oh, his hair gonna make an entrance before he does.
His hair already is making an entrance.
Michael don't have a hair. He has a mane these days.
Yes, and I understand he's doing a play or something, but he had to grow his hair out for it. But now it's at the point where it's grown out that you can maybe kind of trim it down a little bit, use some product, and get that shit under control. Because his hair is a gorgeous shade of gray. That silver that came in is gorgeous. But y'all,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
like a llama licked his head before he came on set. And I just can't sit there and watch him. I really have to just stop looking at the TV when he's on screen because his hair, like that, is so distracting. It's so distracting. He looks like if Foghorn Leghorn was.
I was about to say Colonel Sanders, but all right.
He looks like if Foghorn Leghorn.
Cute Colonel Sanders, but yeah.
And they got Tad Martin over there on General Hospital talking like damn Foghorn Leghorn. I just need them to get all these silver foxes under control because Christian J. LeBlanc is too beautiful of a man to be walking around here looking cag-headed. I can't abide by it.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, Lord,
Just a trim. Just a trim.
just a trim. Like, I be wanting, Lord, can y'all just pull it back in a ponytail? You know what? If it's long enough that they can do a successful ponytail, hell, put some extensions in it till it grows all the way if you got to. But it
He
ain't
could be
no
walking
reason
around
his head
looking
look
like Sean Connery.
he got his head is swooped like Jimmy Neutron. It's not attractive. Sean Connery's hair ain't never looked like that. You better take that back. That man ain't never looked woo girl, I'll fight you up some Sean Connery.
No, Michael Baldwin, no. Christian LeBlanc has always kept
I'm talking about the hair.
Oh, okay. He's always, but his hair has always been, clipped shorter than this. I've never seen him with his hair this long on camera before.
And somebody said this for a role. I understand. I appreciate it. I love him for it. But dude, use some product to get it under control. Use a rubber band. Do a man bun. Do something with it. I can't stand it looking like that no more. I don't even watch him anymore. I can't enjoy his scenes. He just looks like, I don't even know. Like he just let himself go. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, Michael's been holding his gut in since he got back from Peru because he went down there and ate all that food. That's what he looks like to me. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he took off his suit and he got on like a man girdle. Because he just looks like he's letting himself go. It starts with the hair.
Mm. Well, one thing I know for a fact is that my leading man, Tanner Loveland, Dr. John Finnegan, he always is got the perfect hair, whether it's long or short. It's always perfect. Not a hair out of damn place. And when it's out of place, his wife gets it together.
She gets them together.
You can't be letting your man look like he don't belong to nobody.
That's right. Especially not a man like that. You got to have a meeting in the ladies' room with a man like Dr. John Finnegan.
Now, I will say about the Y&R trailers. Now, this part I'm interested in. Well, of course, Billy and Lily gonna have trouble, but they said that Nate will. First of all, I want Nate to cheat on Elena with Imani. Okay, I need that to happen.
I said that today. I was like, why is he still with Elena when Imani is right here looking delicious? They got chemistry. Is he with Elena just because she's the pretty black girl? Because Imani needs to go and snatch that up. And she been working on him, so she got the town. I'm ready for it.
Me too. Because first of all, turnabout's fair play. Elena done cheated on Devon and she done cheated on Nate, so somebody should cheat on her by now.
Wait a minute, Elena done cheated on both of them?
Yeah.
Not both of them?
Yes, remember, she was with Devon when she slept with Nate that night in the clinic. Right? And then she was still with Nate when she went and slept with Devon twice.
Stop it.
She cheated on them with each other.
Yeah, so you know what? If Nate sleeps with Imani, I have nothing to say about it.
Nope.
It's good for the girls.
Elena sleeping with Nate is how his head ended up getting fucked up because when Devon found out, he punched him and then he fell onto that glass. So that affair is why he's not a surgeon anymore.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That affair is why he's not a surgeon because Devon.
Yeah, I didn't even know all that happened.
Oh yes, and then we didn't even get a hooter daddy out of that with her doing all this bed hopping.
Do you know what? That was, oh my gosh, Devon and Nate were Will Smith and Chris Rock years ago. They were at an award ceremony when Devon punched Nate. They was at an award. This was post-COVID because
they were in the Grand Phoenix at an award ceremony for something. I forgot who it was for. Was it for Devon?
Devon was getting an award. He sure was. It was the best man in Genoa City or some shit. I don't know. Richest Negro they gave him. But this one was, he was getting an award.
Not Richest Negro.
Well, he got his money back from Kane, so yeah, I guess so.
He is the richest Negro in Genoa City. Who else got money? Who was the black person in Genoa City got money like Devon?
Thank you, Catherine.
In jail. And can I talk about Imani again? Because today she said that her and Amanda butted heads over their mama because Naya had another issue where she passed out or some shit. We ain't seen none of that on screen, y'all.
I know they not playing none of that on screen, and it's getting on my nerves. I want to care about it, but you got to stop telling me that they mama having health problems, and we don't never get to see none of it.
I said, here they go telling us instead of showing us again that Naya has health problems. They never show it to us. We got to hear it secondhand when Amani is telling Nate that her and Amanda had a fight over their mama because she got sick again. Like, I'm sick of them doing this to us. I'm really sick of it. Either use them people or send them to Los Angeles and let them join the black folks over there. We ain't got that many. We could use some more.
Amani slap the taste out of Paris' mouth. I'm for it.
Girl, Paris could not even hold Imani's Gucci bag. She is not on that level with Imani. But I hate what they've done.
Imani is a grown woman with it.
Imani is a whole ass grown woman, and Paris is out here still playing dress up. She's not on that level.
And about to dress up in a wedding dress of all things. Oh my God.
Child.
God, what color is that gonna be?
It's gonna be white. Her mama gonna be mad, but it's gonna be white.
I know, because apparently they must be able to, because the fact that this gets to the stage of being a wedding on the beach, most likely, that tells me a lot. That means that Grace is going to have to shut up and let it happen for it to actually get to that stage.
Well, she probably gonna crash the wedding.
Walking down the sand in a mini skirt.
Well, here's the thing. In recent years,
Grace could be one of those surprise romances for one of those men.
But also keep in mind, we ain't had no weddings get broken up in an interesting way for years because Brooke ain't had no weddings of ridges to break up. So I wants to see who gonna break up this wedding. Who speak now and forever hold your peace? Is it gonna be Quinn or is it gonna be Zende or is it gonna be both?
It can't be Quinn unless she finds out about Eric and Donna, and then she races to stop the wedding.
Exactly.
Could happen, which I think could happen.
I hope it does.
I do too.
Because I need Paris to be humiliated.
That's
what we've been lacking from this character since she came on. She's been heaped all this praise on, hadn't done a damn thing to deserve no praise, and actually done things to piss everybody off.
But she's great. She's Paris.
Right. We need her gone. And I want her gone in a humiliating way. I mean, she was cheating on Zende, and Zende was just like, well, if it makes you happy, Paris, you go ahead. That man, you should have told her to get the ass out of there for cheating on you with your homeboy. But he didn't do it. And now she's going to be, hanging all over Carter. I need her to be left in the dirt all by herself on the beach so she can pack her bags and jump on a plane.
But you know what? It might surprise us. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving Belle and them too much credit. But she's been going after guys that is in love with other women, like I've been saying. And now that he finally agrees to marry her, what if she don't go through with it?
Well, that would be good as long as she get to go home. I mean, it would be sad that she didn't go home humiliated. But at the end of the day, if she just have to go home, that'll work too. Her mama can take her home. They can fly together. They can fly home together.
I think she's gonna marry Carter, regret it instantly, and end up having an affair with Zende. Because Zende is still single out here. Now let's remember, and Belle don't do nothing but triangles. And so if he ends up married to her for real and Quinn don't stop the wedding, there's still gotta be a triangle for somebody. So she might marry him and then decide, well, shit, this grass is no greener, and I really don't like her like that no more. And he's not into me, and I'm not gonna sit here and fight. I mean, she's not that mature, but I think she's gonna have buyer's remorse, and she's going to try to have an affair with Zende.
Well, you know how it is. You get what you want, and then you don't want it anymore. That's the rules.
Yeah, but I can't see Paris getting away with one more damn thing, and that's just on the real. I can't see her getting away with anything else.
Well, my thing is this. I'm a side eye the whole thing because my thing is this. Girl, you rolled up on this man, told him he needed to give you a chance because you know he's still in love with Quinn. Why would you say yes to a marriage proposal when you know that's where it's coming from? That he's going for you because he can't have what he really wants. Girl, you didn't set yourself up for failure.
Quinn need to give her the bubble guts again on her wedding day.
Oh, with Eric's herbs, she need to give them to Donna and Paris.
On the
Well,
wedding day,
might
Paris
have-
will be like, I got the bathroom real quick. Can you hold on to it real quick?
So this is going to be very interesting. And I have to agree with what Amaya said in the comments. There is something for everyone in the previews. And it's been a long time. Well, let me phrase that. There's something for everybody in the previews if you're not a Wyatt Flo or a Katie fan. Let's be honest.
Well, like I said, they off somewhere talking because they the only ones that can talk to each other.
Flo need to go back to
so.
Las Vegas with her mother.
Maybe. And on that, it's 9:05, so there's not going to be a bowl live tomorrow. So we can probably do this again tomorrow night and finish up the week.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. I will see y'all on tomorrow. It has been great chatting. So
It sure
please
was.
come on back out so we can have another round.
Good evening,
Yes,
guys. Y'all
yes.
have a good one. Till tomorrow.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Can. Good night, Lynn.
Good night, guys.
Good night,
Good
John
night,
Boy.
Flo. Good night, darling.
Good night, Mary
Good
Ellen.
night, John Boy.
Good night, y'all.
Night.